Hi guys, Raven Song here. I have not done a unboxing or walkthrough video in forever, it seems like. And I've been dying to do this one. I've had it for probably, I don't know, maybe even a month now. I can't remember when I got this. Anyways, this is one that I've been waiting for years. I mean, I've been signed up to get updates on this since long before the Kickstarter even started. I've been following it from the beginning, basically, and I was doubtful that this was going to come to fruition at all, and I am just so pleased that it did. It's incredible. I mean, it is just stunning artwork. Some people might think it's a little bit on the creepy side, especially when you look at the individual pictures without any context behind them, but I don't know. I haven't been through the whole deck yet. I did have to open it up. I haven't really looked other than to put them in order because they were not in order in the box. I'm sure it was just, the way they were cut and printed and cut that they ended up all mismatched. But, so I had to spend some time to put it back together. But anyways, this is the Kickstarter version. And I got a beautiful cloth in gold ink printing of, I believe it's the back of the cards. Absolutely stunning, absolutely stunning. Let's take a look here. Oh, it's not the back of the cards. It is the back of the cards. Yeah, it is the back of the cards. I didn't notice that crane up there. Like I said, a little on the creepy side, but I think it's got some wisdom behind it that I think will come through as we go. Now, the first thing I did notice while I was restacking, it has a nice little magnetic box. The artwork is just phenomenal. I mean, it's just absolutely beautiful. Even if it ends up being something that I don't play with a lot or use a lot, because of some issues that are just my personal non-preferences. But it's too stunning to give up. I mean, it's just absolutely gorgeous. So first thing off, we get this little card here that says, thank you, dearest friends and family, patrons and backers, for your generous support to the creation of this dream. And like I said, it was a long coming dream, I'll tell you. It took forever, it seemed like, but patience pays off. Anyways, the Blood Moon Tarot suits correspond with traditional suits as follows. Dreams are sword or air, songs are cups or water, skins are wands or fire, honey is pentacle or earth. For more of the meanings of the cards, you can download their free guide. Anyways, I'm supposed to be getting a book, a good book on this, sometime later this summer, I think. Things have, not been the easiest to get things printed these days, and everybody's running into issues, it seems like. This would have been easier to read if it would have been line by line. Anyways, dreams are swords. So she's relabeled the suits, and that tends to be a problem for me when I am trying to learn a deck or read a deck, and it can throw you off pretty easily. So I'm not sure how that's going to play with this situation, but we'll see. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so that we can see all the cards. I don't want to zoom in too much because I tend to drift when I'm looking at the cards over my stand here where I have my camera pointed. Anyways, that's a nice little thank you card. I did get believe that's a sticker. I'm not positive. Just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. And a little card here, which is, I believe it's part of the lover's card, lover's image there. Just stunning. Anyways, her work is so intricate. I can see why it took so long. The painting in it is just mesmerizing. I mean, you could dive into her imagery for hours just gazing into it and find new things. It's just unbelievable. So let's start with the Fool. And the Fool is this doorway entering out into this new world out here. But look at what's going on in the I'm gonna leave those down like that. In the foreground, you've got this guardian figure here and multiple hands. It looks like wings and robes and almost like a maze, and so much going on. And all these hands are in gestures, it looks like to me. I've seen these gestures used before, so it's very, very interesting. I almost feel like I need to do some research into some of her work, but I'm hoping that her book will cover all this, especially the art book. So we'll see what happens when that comes in at the end of the summer. And then we've got the Magician. Interesting, minstrel playing his music, but and then you've got all these hands grabbing at him and wanting at him, but yet he's got this look on his face like he is in utter control. If you notice the skull here in the I don't know, is that a mandolin? Something like that. Anyways, gorgeous. And the choice of flowers that she has, the peonies, I just feel like there's got to be some kind of significance there. There's just so much in these imagery, you can't help but believe that there was way more to it than what meets the eye. Like I said, I'm looking forward to the book because I'm sure that'll explain a lot of it. That the High Priestess, we've got the image of a spiritual being in the stars here. You've got, it's like a death bride on her bed, the flowing robes. What else do we have going on in here? The moon. Almost like the universe gazing down upon his bride. It's very deep, very, very, very deep there. I mean, I could stare at that for hours. It's going to take me a while to work with this deck because I think there's going to be more to it and more for it to reveal itself as I work with it. It may be a more personal deck for me. This is the Empress. And you've got this, like the queen bee almost. She's got the bees all over her body. And the honeycomb around her. There's so much movement in this imagery that it's just hard to even focus on one thing. You've got the pomegranate in her lap. There's like this warmth of light behind her. It's just stunning. We got the Emperor and his structure and keeping the buildings in his arms and keeping things close and in control, but yet he's got the seed, the sprout of life there, new ideas germinating. What is that on his chest? Is that It looks like an oaken leaf and an acorn in his throat. He is the green man. I mean, the roots of the trees, the entanglement of the branches surrounding the structures, you know, almost embracing the creations that he makes. I mean, it's just crazy. This is just beautiful imagery. You got the Hierophant, which is interesting. It goes almost steampunky. You've got this mechanical headdress device that measures and calculates and looks at things, and then he's writing it down, and it's like, I don't know, like the machine age versus nature. Where's the truth in that? You know, it's kind of makes you want to question what is more real, nature or science? Are they one and the same? Do we need to study it? Do we need to break it down? It makes you really reflect. Her artwork is really making you reflect. At least it does me. It's making me reflect on what everything really means. And you've got the lovers here. You could almost say it's the emperor and the empress, and their union and their creation, the way everything works together. You've got, like, see here, this is that close-up on that one card with the business card. You've got the moth cycle here, the nectar from the pomegranate or apple. It's just amazing. You've got fish at all. No, that must be wings of moths. It almost looks like a fish down there. Just stunning. The major arcana all has this universe and flowing vine work with berries and stuff around it on the border. The borders on this are just, they don't interfere with it at all because they really blend into the backgrounds. It's just pretty amazing. I'm thrilled with the way this deck looks so far. The Chariot looks like he's flying on a carpet, a magic carpet ride. Looks like it could possibly be the magician riding that carpet. And you've got the cranes. I gotta look up what cranes mean. You got the sparrows. That carpet's tail almost looks like a dragon could be forming out of it. It's pretty wild. I guess that might be more his cape than it is the carpet, because this is the carpet here. That looks like it's more his clothing. And he's almost got like wings and a tail of a bird. Just amazing. Strength. Ooh. Strength, you've got this dividing of the swords and the blood that is shed in defense, in survival, and it's like he's turning it into air, disintegrating it, almost turning it into sending it out into the universe. It's really pretty intense. The Hermit is usually that going into your inner self. This almost looks like a fairy nest in a desolate world. I mean, it's like sitting on an egg and waiting for it to hatch. Just kind of keeping it alive and keeping it burning and keeping it away from others, which in a lot of ways makes sense for the Hermit card. Wheel of Fortune. It's interesting. It's got the almost like a shield wheel and almost like sword hilts creating it. And then you've got these little creatures, these little demons circling around, which is pretty traditional in the wheel card in most decks. Justice. Trying to figure this out. It's like is she wearing the bird's wings? And this is her heart on her back. So that's interesting, carrying the sword, the swoop arrows. And you've got the vultures around. Yeah, like they're waiting to dig their claws in. And she's just giving it all up to the world and almost like a sacrifice or giving into the wills of nature. Letting the chips fall where they may, so to speak. Interesting. The Hanged Man. This one has fascinated me from the beginning. There's a lot less of the imagery than I expected. I expected there to be more of him in this picture because it seems like there was more in the original artwork, but I could be wrong on that. But it's like him hanging upside down in the coils of a snake. And you've got the moths. A lot of moths in this deck. Simon would not like this one. Lots of moths. The Death card. This person in a shroud. It's very peaceful. It's not necessarily regenerative, metamorphosis. I don't get that metamorphosis, that change feeling from it. It's more of a sorrow, but it's peaceful. So I find that interesting. It's sticking more to the traditional death meeting and not the modern take on it where it becomes transformational. Temperance. Temperance is usually knowing your limitations for me. This is interesting. She's like breaking apart. And the crystals are inside and becoming exposed. It almost looks like a pregnant belly, but not quite. Like her insides are becoming exposed to what's going on in the world around. So that's kind of an interesting take on temperance. Like it's her body's unwinding almost. And opening up to the world. The Devil. The Devil, that's interesting. Looks like a tormented man looking in the mirror. and how entwined he is in his circumstance. Very, very interesting. And the rotting fruit and the thorns around him. Wow. Intense. The tower. The tower is usually a time to rebuild because everything around you has just come crashing down. The rug's been pulled out from underneath you. A lot of times it's interpreted as an unstable structure. It's built on shaky grounds. Well, this looks like it's built on a moving person, and things are grabbing at it and tearing at it, and it's trying to get away, and its crown is the tower, and it's just falling apart in the process. And all the faces of all the people that are involved. Trip. The star. This is an interesting take on the star. You've got her standing in the waters with the cranes wrapping their necks all around her, or herons. I don't see that combining of elements necessarily going on in this, unless that is considered a picture there, but I don't think so. Yeah, it is, because it's hooked in her thumb. Let's bring that a little closer. So I think that is considered a picture, but it almost feels like this is the universe behind her too. Just amazing. There's a lot you can read into this, into these. The moon, we've got a cycle of moons up top. And the power of sight, or the blinding of sight. Person swimming in the water, staying afloat. There's definitely a connection to what you see by the moonlight. Normally we lean towards that shadowy, hard to tell what's going on type thing. Maybe blinded by the moonlight type thing you could get from this. I don't know. There's so many ways this can go, but it's incredibly thinking card. I like it. Here's the sun. The sun coming from within the soul, within the solar plexus, within your own being, finding that light. Ooh, the eye of the needle. Ooh, is that what that is? I think it is. I can't tell for sure, but I think that might be a needle. But then again, it's not exactly pinched between those fingers. I don't know. I wish I had the art book. It would explain all this, I hope. We've got the Judgment. She's got multiple arms of the universe. It's like the universe grasping at the dagger. Twisting in the night. Interesting. Not sure how to interpret this one. That one's going to take a little work. the world. Yeah. It's like the universe comes from the smallest thing. I just noticed something that I hadn't noticed before. I saw berries up there on the top of the border, but if you look really close, there's actually like the face of the goddess, and these are those little berries. So it's like her hair coiling around on the borders. Really cool. Yeah, I hadn't noticed that before, but that is actually a face up there. Oh, and we're going to honey. What is honey? Honey is honey's is earth, which there's definitely a color shift amongst the suits. It's very subtle for some of them, but it's there. There's a more of a green tint on the earth. There's a gold tint in skins. There's more of a blue tint in dreams. And there's more of a pink tint, purple in songs. So this will be interesting when we. That is stunning. So earth is ace of honey. Ugh, magnificent. Two of honey. Two of coins, so to speak. This would be three of coins, three of honey, four of coins, or four of honey, five of coins. Things are a little rotten there. But the bees can still eat from it. Oh, that was five. Okay, never mind. Five of honey. What am I saying? Four of honey, five of honey. This is six of honey. There's six of coins. This would be seven of coins. Eight of coins. Nine of coins. Me reading these, not reading the titles as honey and reading it as coins, I can see it. I can actually get where she's going with this or how she's interpreting this. It works. But I have to remove the word honey from my mind and think coins for it to click together. Very interesting. Then we got page. I can't wait to get the art book. I think that's going to explain a lot to me. There's the Knight of Coins. Queen of Honey, Queen of Coins. King of Coins. Ugh. All right, Ace of Skins. Skins would be Wands, this is your fire element. So Ace of Wands. Ooh. The Ouroboros. Is that the Ouroboros? Is that what that is? I'm pretty sure it is. Cool. It's a serpent. Two of Wands. It's a two-headed snake. With the feet, well, one leg is bound, but not necessarily. Have to make that choice to take that step forward. Three of skins, or three of wands. Making it happen. Four of wands or four of skins. Five of wands or five of skins. Six of wands. Seven of wands. Eight of wands. I can say that the wands are going to take a little bit more work for me to associate and dig through, to find a connection. Interesting. I almost get the feeling that those are women's hips and a navel above him, behind him. But I'm not positive on that. I love all the mushrooms in this. Skins. This would be 10 of wands. It feels very heavy. Page. Ugh, gorgeous. The artwork is just stunning. Knight. Taking action. Setting those fires. Queen of skins. Someone you wouldn't want to mess with, that's for sure. Very passionate person. King of skins. He's got his eyes on everything, it looks like. Well, that's kind of a trip. Ace of dreams. Dreams are swords, so air. So we've got the moths in this, I think. Air and the eyeballs. That jaw Some of them look like bird's eyes, and it's kind of like a wolf, werewolf. It's a trip. Two of Dreams, Two of Swords. Is that blind choices? Got all these eyeballs, but it's hard to see. Three of Swords. Protecting yourself. Four of Swords or Four of Dreams. What's that Rest card? Just to put a perspective on it, let's turn it upside down. Definitely looks peaceful that way. Six of Dreams. Hold on a minute. Okay, I'm not sure where that got cut off, so I'm going to go back here to Five of Dreams. And hopefully this is where we left off. Six of Dreams. Seven of Dreams. There's definitely this feeling of having another plan or deception, disguise going on there. That's kind of cool. Eight of Dreams or Eight of Swords. Nine of Dreams. Nightmares. 10 of Dreams or 10 of Swords. You definitely get this feeling of moving beyond. A transitional state. Kind of cool. Page of Dreams. Oh, by the way, there is some nudity. I'm not too worried about it. Anyone under 18 should not be watching this anyways. I love how the shadows reflect or mimic the jaws of the nightmares for Knight of Swords or Knight of Dreams. Queen of Dreams. Fascinating. The detail in these are amazing. I would love to have a piece of her artwork. Oh, this is just stunning. I know she sent out an email the other day about some of her originals coming up for sale. I dread to even ask how much. Again, all these backgrounds or trim borders have something to do with the backgrounds and the whole imagery on all of them. It all flows together. Ace of Songs, so this would be Songs, I believe, is water or cups. I'd like to know why she changed them. That would make sense to me too, because I'm not finding that it's absolutely necessary. Because when I call these by cups, you automatically associate water. You can see the element in it, and so it automatically pulls together pretty much. So this is Two of Cups. Oh, stunning. This would be 3 of Cups or 3 of Songs. Four of Cups or 4 of Songs. There's that spilling of the water or spilling of the cup. 5 of Cups or 5 of Songs. The broken instrument. Interesting. 4. Sorry. This would be 6. 6 of Cups. Seven of Cups. Eight of Cups. Looking into the water. Well, that's interesting. I like that. I'm having a hard time grasping or putting the concept into words here in my mind, but I get the gist of the picture. It's just hard for me to vocalize that. It's more of a feeling coming off of that card. Because 8 of Cups is usually that walking away from the moment. What I find interesting is that the upright position is almost looking back, or is it looking forward? I don't know. Interesting. 9 of Cups or 9 of Songs. Amazing. This would be 10 of Cups. Stunning. Page. I love how inclusive this deck is. It is very, very much captures many different races, as well as, I would say, the non-binary world. Or LGBTQ. Just phenomenal. This is just amazing. Oh, I guess I got that backwards. That was King. This is Queen. Stunning. It's beautiful. I am very impressed with this deck. I was a little bit concerned because the imagery seemed very dark from what I've seen, throughout the process. The more dramatic ones have come up, and some of her other art has come up too, which is interesting. There was one I was expecting to see that I didn't, and maybe it's just on a tablecloth or altar cloth that I've been wanting. It was one of a brooch. I thought thought it was. Like on the Empress. And this is not the image I was thinking of for the Empress. Now I'm kind of wondering what that other image was. There was another image where it was a woman's brooch and she was holding the brooch between her fingers and there's a blood dropping from it. And now I'm starting to wonder where that image went because I don't see it in here. And maybe it's just another piece of her artwork that I've been watching over the years because I don't remember seeing that in here at all. And I thought it was going to be part of it. Wow, that's interesting. It's not in here. This one is also not in the deck itself. Her artwork is just so phenomenal. I'm gonna have to, I might have to commit to buying that cloth that I was looking at because there's a lot more of her artwork out there that is just stunning, absolutely stunning. I guess I should take a moment here. You know, there's nothing on here that says it. Blood Moon Tarot is a fully illustrated 78 card deck by Sam Guay. Guay? I think that's what each image is. Lush, with detail from the artist's personal mythology. The minor arcana expresses through the unique suits of dreams, songs, skins, and honey, while the major arcana presents itself in a series of enchanted dreamlike visions. I'm pretty sure Sam is female. Pretty sure. It's I'm almost positive on that. But oh my god, bloodmoontarot.com is where you can go. Sam Guay. I am assuming it's Guay. Sorry if I've butchered your name, Sam. I'm sorry. But stunning, absolutely stunning. I can't wait to get the art book. I think the art book is going to explain a lot for me. And I think I'm going to have to revisit her page because I might have to get that altar cloth that I've been eyeballing for a while. And just bite the bullet and purchase it. Anyways, phenomenal piece of artwork. I am just amazed by it. Like I said, I was a little concerned that it wasn't going to be a readable deck, but I think it very much will be. It'll probably be a personal deck for me instead of necessarily for clients because it is very deep. And this might be very good for path working. Yeah. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. Definitely a must to any collector out there. It is definitely a must. Anyways, phenomenal deck. Highly recommend it. Blood Moon Tarot by Sam Guay. Love it. And we'll see you on the tube. Bye.